The following sensor is a Banner Engineering QS30ELVCQ. The sensor is designed as a low contrast or minimal threshold type sensor. It can detect clear objects as well as opaque. Right now I do have it set up to detect clear objects, and that is indicated by the bottom portion of this, where this LED is turned on right now near the clear bottle. The middle LED is saying that it's light operated. It'll energize its output when it sees light coming back from the reflector. And the top LED is giving you a signal strength indication. And directly below the LED that is lit now, the top one, is the threshold transition. There's also two other LEDs on top of the sensor. Those two LEDs represent green for power and yellow for the output being energized. Now before I go ahead and train the sensor, I'm going to make sure it's lined up to the reflector. As you can see in the video, it looks like it's pretty good. You do have a tracer beam or visible beam coming back at you there. And you can see there is actually a brighter spot on the yellow paper as I hold it up there. But right now that is lined up right into the center of the reflector. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to teach the sensor simply by holding down the plus button for 2 seconds. And you'll see that the output and the power lights turn off. The two top LEDs toggle back and forth. And right now the sensor has its output energized, power on, the signal is maximum, and again it's still set up for light operate and clear object. And I'm going to place a piece of 3mm thick glass in between, and you see that the signal drops all the way down to its lowest level. And as I toggle this back and forth and give different angles or present different angles of the glass to the sensor, there's no effect to the signal, and I pull that out and it goes right back to output being energized on because it is in light operate, as well as the highest signal being achieved. Now one thing that's really nice about the sensor is it's very hard to trick. Here's a mirror. The mirror surface, as I flicker this around and move this in different angles, you see does not affect the signal either, as well as a rather kind of flat piece of tinfoil, but a lot of facets on this. This does not affect it either as well. So what it's really trained on is the amount of energy it gets from the reflector, and that's represented via the LEDs. So again, very straightforward setup. This is the Banner Engineering QS30ELVCQ. If you have any questions, feel free to call Banner Engineering. Thank you much.